Hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Thursday Night Live. This is our last Thursday Night Live of the year. So happy holidays, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Adam, do you want to come on and show the lights on the Bat Cave?
Sure. Yeah, we're all festive in the Bat Cave. Got our Christmas lights going.
You got your Santa Batman there?
Got my Santa Batman. I got my little Santa Batman who watches and guards them.
Your little Batman there. Nice. All right. Okay, so we're ready. I got the angel light back. Everything's good. All right. So where should we start? Where do we begin? Last time we one of the things that my guides had said was that Hunter Biden was going to come out with some kind of public statement or talking, and that it did happen. So we're on a roll. I know there's a couple other things that happened too, but I can't remember what they are now. But anyway, you guys keep track of that. Okay, you ready, Adam?
Ready, Kim.
Okay. All right. Did Trump give Putin any of the secret classified docs he purloined? Did Putin give Trump tips on being a dictator? I'm sure that is the case anyway, but okay, so let me see. Okay. So this is for entertainment purposes only. I am seeing like copies of things being sent or copies of things being shown or shared. I'm not getting anything on him, like teaching him to be a dictator. I'm sure he's just watched him and learned. Spying. So he's shared something about spying. And I'm seeing like maps, like placements of things or something on maps. So yeah. So whatever, I don't know what this is. Maybe it's like battle things or something, or like where we're placed in certain countries or something like that. But something about placements of things or placements of, I want to say people, but I'm not sure about that. So that's what I see. What was shared of the documents, or what's in the documents, was shared. So, but this is entertainment purposes only, and so yeah. Okay, so that's what I got. Will any of Congress be compromised by the Epstein flight logs scheduled to come out in January? Of Congress. Well, there's definitely political people mentioned. I feel like actually a lot of people are either not in Congress anymore, or else they're like they passed. They're not. There's lawyers listed, and there are like famous people, athletes, like athletics or something, athletes or coaches or something, something to do with athletes or sports. But yeah, political people, lawyers, sports. But as far as being in trouble, I'm not really feeling like that. more probably like disgraced a little, you know, that kind of thing. I feel like for whatever reason, it feels like they were a long time ago. I'm even feeling like the 90s, like that kind of like time period. It doesn't seem very like, it seems like before the time of like Matt Gaetz and people like that, where you think, oh, of course they would be involved in some way, but it seems like it's before those people came. It's like older people that are either not in politics anymore, or they're not really relevant really anymore. So yeah, so that's what I'm getting. What do your guides say about the rise of anti-Semitism here in the US and in Europe? Okay. So they're showing me things like they're showing me different times in history, certain groups, and are being persecuted. They have prejudices against them. They're sharing things like the Inquisition and the Salem witch trials and things like that, where it's kind of like these periods of time where certain groups are scapegoated or persecuted. And I feel like there's something about, it's almost like trying to learn our lesson about things like this, and I feel like it's weird because this whole time that this whole thing with Putin has happened, we keep calling it like Hitler energy. That's what I keep going back to, is like this Hitler energy. And so it's almost like retreading old ground. And again, kind of asking ourselves these questions. Are we going to support this kind of behavior? Are we going to admonish this kind of behavior? Are we going to end this kind of behavior that is hurting specific groups of people? And I feel like this is what this is. We're retreading this ground to ask ourselves this question. And so they're showing like mirrors, and so I feel like there's something about our, maybe, and you can tell me if you get something different, but something about reflection and reflecting on these things, and in a kind of a way that is deciding who we are and who we want to be and how we want to treat other people. Because I feel like this isn't the only group, right? We're getting things against immigrants right now, people, things like that, where it's like that it's old ground. It's like we're retreading this old ground to maybe to because every time things like this happen, we learn something. We're supposed to learn something. And so I always get these messages about the recent battles and wars and things where it's almost like we're trying to figure out if this is okay. Are we wanting to live like this anymore? Or is there a better way to be and a better way to, an opportunity to choose a different path, to choose a different way? And so it's kind of like we're putting up these situations where we can choose. And it's also kind of, we're also reflecting back to us, to ourselves, things that have been operating in our society for a long time. And kind of, I'm thinking of like that, again, that old Civil War energy coming up with all of this racism and stuff that we thought, many of us thought, not all of us clearly thought, well, this is starting to be behind us. Well, we're not, we're making strides, we're making, and then here comes all this old energy coming back in these new forms that are letting us know, no, it's not gone anywhere. It's just kind of been dormant. And it's the same thing here. So that's what they have to say about it. It is about choosing who we want to be, how we want to be, how we're going to treat each other, how we're going to stand up for each other, things like that. As with so many things, these are opportunities to learn and do things differently. So anyway, that's what they're saying about it. Yeah, truth bombs, exactly. Will Shamos and Miss Ruby ever see a red cent from Rudy Giuliani, or will he hide his money? Or is he legitimately broke? Okay. They will end up seeing some money. They will. They're showing me an apartment. I feel like they're going to get money from an apartment. Or to me, it looks like it's either a building or an apartment in a building. But I feel like they're going to get like that money will go to them, or that money will be given to them, or something like that. But I'm seeing it's either an apartment or apartment building. I don't think he owns any buildings. That's why I'm saying an apartment. But I feel like it's like that money goes to them. So he is legitimately broke. And I feel like all of this stuff he's really kind of had some kind of I mean, like, I'm stating the obvious, but it is kind of like a psychotic break. Like, it's kind of like he's broken with reality, because he is so, he'll never have what he used to have. He'll never be what he used to be. And he can't handle it. It's kind of like it's made him go a little bit, like he's like untethered to reality. He's kind of they're almost showing it like he's let go of reality. It's like it's not even a question anymore if he's going to be normal again or come back or anything like that. These realizations were too much for him, basically. And yet, these people, they did it to themselves. They did it to themselves. But yeah, he is legitimately broke. I feel like there are little pockets of money that he has hidden, but it's nothing. It's nowhere near what he would need to, be in a good place. It's a pittance compared to what he owes, But that's what I'm getting, is they're going to get money out of an apartment or an apartment building. That's what I'm getting. So good for them. Whatever they get, they deserve every cent. And I hope they get everything that's coming to them, because they sure have suffered, and they're just innocent people. Yeah, the karma boomerang. Boomeranged back at him. Rena asked something close to your heart. Can you read on Alexi Navalny and what's going on with him? Sure. Okay, so I'm seeing him like moved several times, and it's like go through the back, and I'm seeing underground as well. So they're moving him through the back ways of places underground, and moving him from like facility to or prison to prison or facility to facility. I actually feel like he's alive. I do feel like he's not in great health. And being like being heavily watched, guarded right now for whatever reason. And like I said, moving several times. I feel like testing ground, like they're testing to see what happens if he just disappears. Like what will people do? What will happen if he were just to disappear? What would happen? So I feel like they're testing out what would happen if this happened. Because I feel like he's still living. I feel like he's not in good health, and I feel like the conditions he's in right now are really bad. It's like cold and damp, and he feels like, if I was to guess, it almost feels like pneumonia or something, like he's not well. So there's something going on with his health, or maybe it's just breathing in general of some kind. Because I feel like there's something with breathing that's happening, but because of the coldness and the dampness, I'm thinking, is it pneumonia or something like that? I feel like he'll reemerge. So, but I feel like there were several reasons they did this. It was like keep him out of sight, out of the way, out of sight. And then it's also like a testing what would happen if he just disappeared, that kind of thing. But right now, but I mean, people like the governments have been asking about him, including the United States, though they know people are not going to be just okay if he just disappears. But I feel like it was to test something like that. But I feel like he may reemerge, but I feel like he's not very well. But I do feel like he'll reemerge, and I feel like he's still living. Like that's what I've got. So we'll say our prayers, wrap him in white light, and it's just, it's such a sad situation. Yeah, it is close to my heart, but that's what I got. Yes, we can send him light and love together. Yes, let's do that. Absolutely. Yes, sending prayers. Will Mike Johnson adopt Black son Michael? James, speak up about his experiences with his father. Will it be bad for the speaker? I saw this before. I feel like the adopted son, I feel like, is still connected to him through money. So I feel like he's kind of in a position where he can't do or say much, because I feel like he's still being helped or supported by him, because I do feel like he would have like a story to tell, something to say. Yeah, so that's what I'm getting. There's still like money ties, and so he probably won't say anything anytime soon. That's what I'm getting. Sparky said, thank you for the absolutely beautiful cards. Oh, you're welcome. Those are my, she actually won them in our club. She won my cards along with all my classes in our club. So you're very, very welcome. I hope they help you in your practice. Heather asked how Trumpty Dumpty is feeling about his life nowadays. Is he scareded? Is he scareded for his kids? Scareded for his legacy? Let's find out. So I feel like right now that because of his like rallies and because of all of the yes men around him, now there's nobody that will tell him the truth right now. Nobody. So he's kind of in this bubble. I feel like there are points when he may hear something or see something where reality kind of comes in a little bit. I do feel like he really is afraid of going to prison. That is like a fear that he carries. But I feel like he's allowed to be in such denial because of his rallies, his own rhetoric that he believes. And I mean, I always go back to the King Kong vision, because if that wasn't the most accurate thing, because he is that, right? The way he is fighting, the damage he's doing, right? He's such a destructive force. But it is that feeling of he will tear everything down with him. So, and to me, it's more scary for really the Republican Party than for everybody, because I feel like most people do not want him and won't accept him back. But I feel like if he's disqualified in some way, or if something happens where it looks like he's going to lose, or he even lose the primary, that he will tear everything down with him. And he's in such a destructive, to me, it feels like such a destructive phase right now. He just doesn't care what it's going to take, and he can't accept losing in any way. So I just feel like the more it looks like he's going to lose the court cases, he's going to lose the election or lose the primary or whatever, the more it looks like he's going to lose, the more panicky and destructive he's going to get. Okay, so yeah. I know. If you losing loser, you lost. Go away already. Roxanne said, you once mentioned young people leaving their cell phones at a home, but you weren't sure why. Any more insight on this? Leaving their cell phones home. Leaving their cell phones home. there's a fear. There's a fear there of being watched or tracked. I'm not sure what this is. Something about a worry about being watched or tracked, but it's weird because you'd think something like that would be like fear of the FBI or something, which I don't think there would be that. So I'm not sure what this is. And I'm hearing cell phone towers, like towers, the cell phone towers, something about the towers. That's all I'm getting. Watched or tracked, and then cell phone, and then I'm just seeing cell phone towers. Movement, something about movement. And I'm seeing different like polling places and stuff, and I'm seeing those like people in front of them. A little bit like what we saw with in the 2022, I think, elections where people were standing out in front of polling places, like trying to intimidate. So I wonder if there's something that is like, if there's some kind of like rumor or something that is spread about people being tracked or watched through their phones that has to do with like intimidation of some kind. I'm not sure what it is. Anyway, that's all I'm getting. And sometimes, you know, I'll pick up on things that they're not like foregone conclusions. It's just like, this is where this could head, or this is where this could go. So it's more of a warning or more of a heads up, that kind of thing. So, no, I'll have to keep checking on that. Thank you for asking that. It's weird. John Schneider used to be Bo Duke. Oh, yeah. Well, Dukes of Hazzard. Now he's just a hazard, saying Biden, dad and son should be. What is wrong with these people? Will he receive a visit from the FBI? What is wrong with them? What is wrong with them? Okay. Will Bo Duke get a visit from the FBI? I'm seeing like a watchful eye. So he may get like a warning, or they may be watching him, or he may be on a watch list. But I'm getting like a watchful eye. So and to me, when I feel it, it kind of feels like I don't know it's there. So it may be something he's unaware of. I was thinking maybe it's something he'll get on a watch list or get on, but it feels like I'm not aware of it. I'm being watched, but I'm not aware of it. So I feel like they're watching him, but he's unaware of that. So keep talking, Bo. You're just going to get in more and more trouble. That is just too bad, right? What is wrong with these? God. What is wrong with them? Clarence Thomas apparently threatened to quit SCOTUS because he was in debt, and the right wing came to stuff money in his pockets. Will this finally get him off the court? I'm not seeing this being it. He's not in good health, though. I've seen that for a while. He's not in good health. So he may be leaving anyway. I saw him leaving because of his wife. I thought maybe it might be her, like, or that may be the excuse he uses, but I feel like he may leave because of health issues. He's a very angry person, you know, and a lot of these people that when they carry anger like that, it does affect their it does affect their health. It affects their heart. It affects their blood pressure. It can cause a lot of issues, but I'm seeing him maybe leaving because of health issues. And I always saw that Biden would put in a couple of, at least two justices. So two more, because he put in the one, but two more justices. So, that's coming. So I wish it was tomorrow. I wish it was right now, but it's coming. How much credit should we put in polls right now? Should we take them at face value, i.e. Trump is doing better than most of us think, Biden doing worse? Okay. No, so, as you know, I've always seen Trump not getting the nomination, but I have asked the question, if he gets the nomination, what does it look like? Because it's like following a line of energy. It's like following an energy pattern. You're following it to where it goes. And if I ask if it's him and Joe Biden again, what happens? And my guide said that, and it's such a weird idea. It's like, I know it didn't come from me, because I'm like, well, that's weird. But they said it would be like a campfire taking on a tidal wave. It would be so, the wave against Trump would be so massive and so big, because it would be Republicans. It would be Republicans who worked for him. They even said people that had been retired would come out of retirement to, speak out against him. It would be this massive wave against him. So it's kind of like either way. And it's not so much, Trump is a symptom, right, of a big issue that we have, which is that the way things are doesn't work for so many people. When billionaires have more than the entire middle class, that's a problem. That is a problem. Those are the kinds of things why revolutions happen. So we have an issue. We have issues for sure. And but Trump is not we shouldn't be afraid of him. They always say, like, don't give him a second thought. And I feel like it's also because he feeds on hate and anger, right? So you don't want to feed the beast with hate and anger and putting hate towards him and anger towards him, because he feeds on that. It makes him, in a way, it makes him more powerful in his group, right? He can talk about the grievances and he can talk about himself being a victim and stuff. So when they say that to me, when they say don't give him a second thought, I really do think it means keep him literally out of your thoughts. Don't feed him in any way. And not only that, but put the positive thoughts and the positive things you want to happen and the hopeful things you want to have happen out there, because we create our reality. And the first way we start to create a reality is through our thoughts. So those are the things I get about Trump. That's what it is. And I feel like that is what he, that's his fate, is to be this id, and us having to see it and face it, right? Here we've talked about how he is a human form of all of the worst things in the United States: the greed, the grievance, even reality TV. He's all of it. It's like he's just all of it. The crime, the white collar crime, the using the court system, that kind of like rich and white, and taking advantage of that in every single way. It's he's all of it. And so it's facing this negativity that he encompasses, and then hopefully fixing that, because like I said, he's a symptom. He's not the thing. He's a symptom of the thing. So we need to, that's just, that's my opinion. That's not my guide saying that, but that is what he is. So, yeah. Anyway, what was the question? Oh, polls. So let's see. Are we supposed to follow the polls? So anyway, but that's the thing about Trump. If he gets in, it's a campfire taking on a tidal wave. And it is also, I think that imagery also tells us that it's an extinguishment. It's going to kind of extinguish some of that movement. Okay, polls. No, I've been saying, like, it's too far away, and it's also, they're saying that they're too small. The groups are too small that they're looking at. They're not these big, massive, polls. There are polls of 100 people, 1,000 people. It's not enough to get a clear picture, and it's too far away. We haven't even had we don't even know for sure if he's going to be running, and playing with a hypothetical is very different than than looking at a reality. So I'm getting a no, and no. They're just not, the way they're being done and how many people are in them and the timing of their being conducted, it's just not reliable. So no. How is Jack Smith feeling about his cases? He seems to be on the ball in a way Mueller never was. Well, we don't know, because the unredacted version, we've never seen the Mueller report, right? Why we can't now, I don't know, but we should be seeing that. Okay. And he did arrest a lot of people. A lot of people got arrested, including Paul Manafort and a bunch of Russians. And so I think Mueller was on it. I just think that he underestimated maybe the threat, and maybe had a little too much faith in some of the people around Trump, that they would, like Barr and people like that. He didn't expect him to be so protected. Once they found out he was a traitor, you'd think that they would not respect him and they would not protect him, but they did. So maybe just that. Okay. So Jack Smith. Yeah, he comes across to me as being very, very confident. And I keep hearing like, we've got him. We've got him. So I feel like whatever they have, they feel like they have got everything they need. And I feel like that canon judge may be either removed or something soon. I haven't heard a lot about her recently, but for some reason she's coming up as being like, well, how it came up for me is like, except for people that can get in the way. And she came up and then it's like, but she'll be out of the way. So something's coming up with her as far as being like out of the way or something. So I feel like not only is he very, very confident, but I feel like he has a plan for every little thing that may come up. He's very like on top of everything. And I feel like he has studied other Trump cases, like other cases, to see how he's operated before. So it's like he's one step ahead. It kind of reminds me of when boxers fight other boxers and they'll sit there and watch all of the boxing that their opponent has done. It's like that. He's preparing like a fighter. He's looking at all of the things Trump has done in the past. And so he's preempting every possibility that may come up. So I feel like he is way ahead of the game. He really knows his opponent in a way that, and Trump would never do that. He doesn't know. He just plays the same old plays that he's played since the 80s. It's just they've always worked. So he just sticks to it. But this is a different kind of opponent. This is a different kind of, and I feel like, too, he wants him out of the race. Part of it is trying to get this done before the election. It's like a race against time, because I feel like he's really, really trying to get him convicted and not able to even be in the running, because it's such a dangerous idea to even have him run, because he will make everything so chaotic and just keep on with his nonsense and getting people threatened or hurt or whatever. So he really feels this urge to like get him out of the public sphere. He knows he's very dangerous to the United States. He just knows that. And he takes it very, very serious. This is what I'm feeling. It takes it very, very seriously. So yeah, that's what I'm getting on him. Very interesting, very, very interesting person. And is actually not taking, is willing to take chances, but not taking a lot of chances. He's just doing his homework. He's really, really good at what he does. So hopefully you'll feel better. I feel better just hearing that from my guides. That's good. Okay, Jared and Ivanka recently went to Israel to meet with families of hostages from October 7th. What was their purpose for doing this? I thought Jared was meant to solve. I know. I thought I thought Middle East was all peaceful now because of Jared. What is going on? for some reason, I'm feeling like this is to help the current government, like the Benjamin Netanyahu government in some way. Because I don't know what they said, and I don't know but it seemed like that it wouldn't help him, but I'm getting that it's to serve some kind of purpose to help the government that's in place right now. I'm also getting like it's also to insert themselves, like to kind of insert themselves into the headlines, which is a super Trumpy thing, like to insert themselves into like we're involved in this, or we're in as if they're looking like they're doing something good. But to me, there's some kind of it's self-serving in some different ways. I'm getting something with the government though, right? Like trying to do something to help the government. I don't know if they were Benjamin Netanyahu fans, or if they were, I can't remember what their deal was with.
Someone is at the front door.
With him, but that's what I'm getting. Is it's kind of a twofold. It's to assert themselves in the middle of it. We're here too, and it's also to help in some way. Oh, okay. Let me just do that. Adam stepped away for just a second. Let me just put this up there. Yeah, they're trying to make themselves relevant. And J. Cat Lady, Jared Kushner's family and Netanyahu's family have been friends. Okay. So there you go. They stayed in each other's homes. Yeah. So there is something about that. Okay, so that validates that. But yeah. And I would have to see like the actual outcome of it, or what there was said about it, to know for sure. But that's what I'm getting. So sorry, Adam, I put up a comment because you stepped away.
Yeah, sorry, there were Christmas presents being delivered, so
yay!
I had to go like sign some. Bye.
Yay, Christmas! Yay, deliveries! Okay. Craig Dixon asked why the right freaked the F out over Jill Biden's holiday video, which featured an NYC troupe, the Durance Dancers. Durance Dancers? Okay. Why did the right freak out about her? So I'm getting something about like, I want to say like femininity or the arts or something that is like, I don't know anything about this, but I'm getting, because I didn't read, I haven't heard this one yet, but I'm getting something about and like woke, like that kind of thing. But I'm getting femininity, the arts, woke, and affiliation. So either affiliated with something or affiliated with someone. But it's stuff like that. That's what I'm getting. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what this is. Woke, I just heard again, woke. I feel so bad for my guys having to be like woke. That's so stupid. I'm sorry. This is so, we're so lame right now. Okay. Race. I just heard race. I just heard femininity again. So maybe they're giving us not only maybe directly what they're upset about, but also indirectly what they're upset about. Maybe the underlying whatever. I'll have to look this up after. Now I'm curious. Yeah. Okay. That's all I'm getting. I don't know if that helps or not. Okay, it's so true, Adam. By the way, we should remember Melania Trump once said on tape, who gives an F about the Christmas stuff and decorations? That's right. That was her Christmas sentiment. Exactly, with her hideous red Christmas trees and whatever that was all about. That's what I thought when they showed the White House tonight. It looked so pretty with the lights and the wreaths and stuff. And I thought, I'm so glad we don't have to be embarrassed about even decorations anymore. At least Jill Biden has good taste. We all know that. Yeah. And I knew she would. I wish she'd redo the gardens again. I was so mad when Melania did that. I always felt like she would at some point. So maybe she will next term. Maybe she didn't want to inflame this term, but next time she won't. She can do it if she wants to. Will the judges, prosecutors, and juries involved in the various Trump prosecutions remain safe? Also, will Alina Haba face more legal repercussions for mouthing off? I know she's the worst. And yeah, really, really sad. All right, so that question, they remain safe. So I'm hearing a lot about like throwing stones. So a lot of like probably threats and things like that. And by saying throwing stones, to mean that means that there may be people that are harmed to a point, but not killed or not seriously harmed or anything like that. So I'm thinking like threats and intimidation, that kind of thing. But so in a way, yes, I feel like physically they'll be safe, but there may be kind of mental and emotional things that happen or trauma that happens because of just how it is right now. So there'll be some of that, but it doesn't feel like any, at least what I can see, which is good, that it doesn't seem like any like physical harm necessarily, but just but it could be threats, targeting, things like that are more emotionally and mentally difficult, but not necessarily physically.
There's a second part that I snuck in about Alina Haba. Can you read on her? She's so annoying, but that's what my
yes, she is. Yeah, thanks for reminding me. Yeah, I'll look at her. Alina Haba. So she's going to have to end up paying a lot of money. For some reason, I'm seeing money with her like being drained from her and her being very upset about it. I also feel like she may lose her license at some point. I don't know how quickly this happens, but it looks like this is her kind of her fate. And these things, they don't happen necessarily to be out to get someone or to necessarily even punish them. It's action and consequence, right? You do these things, there's a consequence to it. And so, but that's what I'm getting with her, is having to pay a lot of money and then losing her ability to practice law. There's ethics things that she's doing that are, and again, I don't really know a lot about her except that she's got as big a mouth as Trump and she's annoying, but there's like things she's like ethics things that she's done that are like against whatever lawyer codes or whatever. And I feel like victims or people that feel victimized or will like come back for her. So I feel like maybe some of this stuff is even like old, not brand new. But it's like it's coming back for her. And that's the consequence. I don't really see jail, but I just feel like she won't be able to earn the living to which she is accustomed. It's kind of like it's stripped away. Everything is stripped away from her. It's ill-gotten gains anyway, right? I mean, so yeah, that's what I'm getting with her.
Well, and I assume that, well, maybe people don't know, but what did we watch, Kim? Like the like kind of little documentary or video about how Haba basically kind of worked with somebody they were trying to sue Trump because she'd been sexually, well, actually, I mean, she'd ended up being kind of functionally raped by one of the guys who worked at Trump's golf club.
Oh,
and kind of doing a legal case, and Alina Haba was just a member of Magalado, and then she kind of insinuated herself in, pretended to be this person's friend. She has all of the texts, and she's bringing a case against her. So maybe that's the case.
I completely forgot about that. That's
a license. Yeah, I had too. But I mean, pretty terrible from her point of view of being a lawyer, representing the woman, but not officially representing her, but giving her legal advice, and then basically being like, oh yeah, I'm actually with the client now who's against you. And she basically signed away her rights for like $12,000 or something, where I think on the Midas Touch, they were saying, add a couple of zeros to that, and maybe you're talking about the real cost.
Maybe. I completely forgot about that. That's right. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, that's good. That's good validation for that, because that's good. Good. This week we learned a classified file with Crossfire Hurricane, the Russia investigation of Trump's 2016 run, vanished from a safe, and Meadows may have gone home with it. Will this blow up? So I'll just tell you that when I looked at this before, I think it was on a Friday thing with Debbie, I saw them having some kind of a raid and finding it. So, and I felt like Meadows still had it. And the other thing I felt like too is that there's something with Meadows coming up. I think he may flip, or something may happen with him, because he keeps coming up for me this week, and in a weird way. So I felt like he may still have it. And I do feel like there's something coming up with Meadows. Like soon. So he may be a little cornered right now. But I did feel like there was a raid coming up as well. I felt that for a while. And so I don't know what this is, but it must be something, and it must be kind of significant if it keeps coming up. And for me, if I get something, it doesn't necessarily mean it's tomorrow. It can be down the road, but I'm just picking it up for whatever reason. I've just noticed that about myself. But yeah, so with Meadows, yeah. So I kept picking that up, and I feel like there was something else I wanted to say that I was picking up. The raid. I can't remember. And I know that I had asked about hostages. Somebody had asked when this first happened about the hostages being held. And my guide said most would be released. And so I think we're seeing that. So hopefully more and more will be released. And unfortunately, some have passed. And the awful thing where they accidentally killed ones and stuff. It's terrible. But I did get that most would be released. So hopefully that is, that kind of still feels right. So yeah. All righty. Couple more questions, but also we just passed the winter solstice at 7:27 p.m. Yay! oh, wonderful. I don't know what that means, but that's great. Since prehistory, the winter solstice has been a significant time of year in many cultures and had been marked by festivals and rituals. Nice. Thank you for that.
You come to this channel and you learn something.
You do. Even I do. Yes, happy winter solstice. Oh, the shortest day of the year. Thank you, Pegasus. Is there a possibility that the Speaker of the House, MAGA, Mike Johnson, could be ousted?
Not ousted, outed. Out the closet.
Outed. Oh, okay. Didn't hear about that. Let's find out. I don't feel like outed, but I do feel like there are going to be there may be some new rumors about him and to me, it feels like money stuff. Where he, I can't remember who I was with, but when I looked at his money, my guys kept saying it's in the church. It's with the church. And I don't know what that means, but I know he's like one of these people who doesn't put his money in the bank or whatever, or he hides his money, but they kept telling me it's in the church. So maybe something will come out about him trying to tax evade or evade taxes or something like that. I'm not sure, but that's the only thing I can think about churches is that they don't pay taxes. So just kind of interesting, but I do feel like there may be something coming up about him and money that may be coming out, next year. Oldie but goodie, do you have any insight in what Trump talked about in Helsinki? Trump seemed chastened and very much a beta to alpha. Oh, that's for sure. Well, they definitely talked about Ukraine. Definitely. That's a definite. I'm hearing parts of the world, so I feel like maybe there were other plans or other parts of the world they talked about. Afghanistan. Soldiers for hire? No, that is soldiers for hire. Money, lending money? Something about lending money. Weapons, something about weapons. And I feel like there was something about oil, to me, it feels like Saudi Arabia. I get that weird feeling with Saudi Arabia always, but something with oil. Plans with oil, some plans with oil. Shipping. Yeah, a lot of different stuff. So that's what I got.
Also to the chat, please forgive me. I had said that there were only 51 likes. Apparently, when I had to refresh the page, and then it went to 640. So I don't know what I'm talking about.
Okay. Last question. Okay. Last question of 2023. Pegasus asks, have you read on Matthew Perry since he passed? No, I haven't. I can think of. I think I did. I think I was asked. I don't think it was on Thursday Night Live though. I think I was on with someone else and they asked what happened, and I got something with his heart, and I felt like and breathing, like heart and breathing. So that was the only thing that I read on him, or what I read on him. Yeah, that's what I got. So.
Before you do your stuff, Kim, I just want to say happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to the chat. It's been fun doing this for the last year.
Thank you, Adam.
A nice little community you have here, and I thank you for letting an agnostic like me be part of it.
Thank you for being part of it, Adam. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. So I will do name checking now, and I do also want to say happy holidays. I will see you on Christmas Eve for my Sunday chat, and I think I'm just going to do any spiritual questions you have. I'll put to my guides and get you answers if you've had weird things happen or if you have spiritual questions. That's at 1 p.m. on Sunday. I might take New Year's Eve off, but I think I'm going to do Christmas Eve. So, all right, everybody, happy holidays. Have a lovely holiday if I don't see you before. All right. And thank you again for the last year, for hanging out for Thursday Night Lives. And as far as I know, we'll just continue. This is just the last one of the year. All right, everybody. So, Aspie Third Eye, Janice Connett. Thank you so much. Sharon Sipe, Lisa Liu, Charlie C, Sage of Fire. Thanks, Adam. Shusha Frenzino, Craig Dixon, Amanda Carroll, Roxanne M, KD, Rhonda Rue, L Joy, Sharon Sipe, Minuet Maya, Jamie Jackson. Thank you for reminding to hit the like. I never do that, so thank you. I also have cards and classes you can look at in my on my intuitiveview.com. Okay, Adam, yes, Celtic Seer, Jay Haynes, Cindy Fern, T Jones, Jess R, Connie B, Roxanne M. Thank you so much. Rhonda, Connie B. Melissa Miller, Patricia Franzino, Jay Haynes, Deo, Carol Gallagher, hello. Merry Christmas. Katie Z, Merry Christmas. Flora D, yes, happy holidays. Bet Candrel. Michelle Tom, thank you so much. Sandra in Connecticut, thank you so much. Patricia Franzino. Ron Tommen, Charlie C. Sage of Fire. Thank you. Sweetie Darling Lulu. Michelle Hott. Hilda Flores. Jan, Irene A. Mountain Sunshine. NH Mountain Dancer. Thank you. Okay, Craig Dixon, Elizabeth C., Cynthia Pierce, T. Lynn, Pegasus. Thank you so much. Suburban Housewife, Betty Harper, Warren Ukraine, 1111. Thanks so much. Annie Hamlet, Angie, Jean Hall, Jane Kelly, Sebastian, Kimmy G. Also, I was going to say, make sure that you're still subscribed. Sometimes at the end of the year, they'll scrub people for whatever reason. So just an FYI. I've been doing that with all the channels I'm subscribed to. So just an FYI, make sure you're subscribed still. Kimmy G, Ron Tommen, Elaine Arnoldi, Rhonda, Lucretia Valdez, Darren, Sparky, Michelle Hott, Frida Sanger, Patricia Franzino, Donna O'Brien, Jamie Johnson, Itanari, One Tanari, Susan Garland, Spirit Made Me Do It, hello Marcy, Patricia H, J Cat Lady, Pat S, Ann G, Jean Hall, Tish L, UB Jr., Marie Frink, yeah, that's right, Frink. Cindy Fern, Craig Dixon, so nice to see you. Thank you. Marby Gangora, Debbie K, Carol Lamb, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm surprised someone asked about Colorado too, but that's okay. It'll be a mystery. Minette. Oh, Minette. Minette, Francie, Celtic Seer, Irene A, Chris Wickens, Carrie G, Artist, Arlene Forney, Ann G, Rhonda Rue. Oh, thank you, Sandra in Connecticut. You're so sweet. Darren, Gil K, Alloway Girl, 1967. Awakening with Susan. Thank you so much. Kat M, Neil Dixon, T. Jones, Gigi Bardo Lord, Melissa Morris Hillman, Dr. Nancy Living Co-Creatively, Lisa S, Betty Harper, Debbie K, Cindy B, David Mackham, thank you. Prince Charming's mom, thank you. You have a wonderful Christmas too. Cindy Fern, Sue F, Roxanne M, Jamie Johnson, Louisa M, Sweetie Darling Lulu, Mariah PC, Just Peachy, Ethereal Material, thanks so much. Have a great holiday. Steph F, Sandbox, Mother of Three Gotcha, Meg Garrow, thank you so much. Jennifer Peterson. Oh, Jennifer, I got your the hair stuff you sent. Thank you so much. Her hair things are at Vacaville Hair Products, and they're amazing. Thank you so much, Jennifer. That's so sweet of you. Mike Calabrese, Frida Singer, T. Jones, Music RN Diana, Kimmy G, Barbara Walsh, Lucretia Valdez, Mary Fanuth, Carol Michael, Sparky, thank you. Okay, Sharon Sipe, T. Jones, Lucretia Valdez. I think I've said these ones. Ann G. Loco Lolo. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth Fuller. Thank you so much. Grand Mare, Hourglass Tarot, Foxy Roxy. Thank you so much. Wishing you all happy holidays as well. Delphi Love. A member for 5 months. Thank you, Music RN Diana. Yay. Tiger Weiss Jones. Oh my gosh, Craig, you've been a member for 23 months. That's amazing. And happy Christmas to Clara as well. Constance Campbell, thank you. Jess R, thank you so much. Thank you for everything as well. Sandy Party. All right, everybody, it looks like that's everyone. The angel light is on. Blessing you with a happy holiday. Hilda Flores, thank you so much. Yes, and protect, yes. I completely concur with that prayer. Protection to all the innocent war victims. Ukraine, Navalny, Zelensky, USA, President Biden, USA, and worldwide. And EQS 3333. Thanks so much, everybody. I'll see you all Sunday. Oh, Carol Gibson Wilson is jumping in the last second. Happy holidays. All right, I'll see you guys on Christmas Eve here for the Sunday show. Thank you, guys. Bye.